Hello. I know how it feels to watch a parent fumble for a word or misplace a familiar object and feel a knot in your chest. I have been there with my grandmother, and that worry is personal to me. Many factors like chronic inflammation, poor circulation, nutrient gaps, and long-term stress contribute to cognitive decline and occasional memory lapses. And while nothing replaces medical care, small daily choices can meaningfully support brain health. Today, I want to show 5 vegetables that research and nutrition experts often point to as powerful allies for older adults, explain the key nutrients they bring, and give practical ways to include them that aim to support memory and overall cognitive resilience. Before we start, wash your hands, have a cup of water nearby, and if you are preparing food, grab a small cutting board and a timer. And if you can, invite someone like Maria or John to share the practice so you can compare notes. I will first demonstrate a gentle acupressure sequence to combine with food habits, with exact times to press each point. Then we will go through the 5 vegetables, suggest simple recipes, list daily habits to sustain benefit, and finish with a short at-home brain training exercise you can do with ordinary objects. If you want to test this now, press pause, prepare a plate with one of the vegetables, and come back ready to follow along. Now let us begin with a short acupressure routine that many older adults find calming and which can help refocus attention before a meal. Place the pads of both thumbs gently at the base of the skull where you can feel the bony ridge, close your eyes and breathe. I will narrate and you press along with me for timing. Press for 30 seconds, release for 10. Repeat on the opposite side. "How strong should I press?" Maria asks softly. "Firm but comfortable, like holding a ripe peach without squashing it," I answer. "I feel warmth spreading," she says, and I reply, "That warmth is good. It signals increased blood flow. Keep steady breaths." "Does it hurt?" John asks. "No. If there is pain, ease up and stop, and consult a professional if discomfort persists," I say. We do 3 rounds, each side totaling about 2 minutes overall, then move to the inner wrist point. Press the inside of the wrist with the opposite thumb for 30 seconds while counting slowly, then rotate to the other wrist. You should notice the tactile feedback of skin and pulse under your finger, a gentle vibration that can be calming. The senses matter here. Feel the texture of your skin, listen to your breath, notice a faint rhythm in your fingertips. These sensations anchor attention and may help short-term recall of an item or name minutes later. Contraindications are simple. Do not press open wounds, severe varicose veins, or if you are on anticoagulants without checking with your clinician. And always ask your doctor if you have a pacemaker or recent surgery. Now that you have tried that brief routine and felt its calming touch, tell me in the comments which point you tried and what you noticed. For example, write "point at skull, felt warmth," or "wrist point, relaxed," because your feedback helps others like Sarah and Miguel learn which variations work in different bodies. Sharing that one sentence is enough to join the conversation and supports our small community of caregivers and older adults. With that done, let us move to the core part, 5 vegetables that consistently come up in studies and expert guidance as supportive for brain health, the nutrient that matters most in each, and a practical serving idea for daily life. First, leafy greens like spinach and kale are rich in folate and vitamin K, both linked to better cognitive function in observational studies. Folate supports proper neurotransmitter synthesis, and vitamin K participates in cellular processes in the brain. Think of a bowl of wilted spinach for breakfast mixed into eggs, the warm iron scent as it cooks, and the soft, silky leaf against your tongue. Try a quick green omelet with a handful of chopped kale for breakfast 3 times a week. Second, cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli and cauliflower contain sulforaphane and other antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, 2 factors tied to cognitive decline. The satisfying snap of a steamed broccoli floret, the slightly bitter green aroma, and a crunchy bite make it easy to add as a side. Steam or roast broccoli with a light drizzle of olive oil for a dinner side dish. Third, beets are high in dietary nitrates, which can boost blood flow and circulation, including to the brain, and many people report a mild, sweet earthiness in their taste that is comforting. The vivid magenta juice stains your fingers, and the smell when roasting is sweet and caramelized. Add roasted beets to salads or blend a small beet into a morning smoothie twice a week. Fourth, sweet potatoes and orange vegetables deliver beta-carotene and vitamin A precursors that support neuronal health and antioxidant defenses. The warm, starchy sweetness and comforting aroma when baked make them an easy winner. Slice a sweet potato into rounds, roast with a pinch of cinnamon, and have it like a side or snack. Fifth, allium vegetables like onions and garlic provide sulfur compounds and antioxidants that may support detoxification and immune health. And their sharp aroma and savory depth enhance flavor so you use less salt. The tiny sting in your eyes when chopping an onion is memorable, and the caramelized sweetness when cooked deeply pleases the palate. Use diced garlic and onion as the base for soups and stews several times a week. For each vegetable, I suggest typical portions: a cup of leafy greens, half a cup of cruciferous cooked, a small roasted beet, one medium sweet potato or half a cup, and 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. Across a day, if you take blood thinners, mention vitamin K to your clinician because leafy greens can interact with dosage. And if you have kidney issues, check beets before increasing nitrate intake. These are general precautions. Always check with Dr. Patel or your own physician before making large dietary changes. Alongside these foods, adopt simple daily habits to amplify effects. First, prioritize regular sleep and try to keep a consistent wake and sleep time. Good sleep consolidates memory. Second, hydrate often and include a source of healthy fat like olive oil or a small portion of walnuts to support absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. Third, maintain light aerobic activity, such as a 20-minute walk after meals to improve circulation. Fourth, reduce refined sugar and highly processed snacks, which can spike inflammation. An example routine for a day: wake, light stretching for 5 minutes, breakfast with leafy greens and eggs, mid-morning walk for 10 to 20 minutes, lunch with cruciferous veg and a lean protein, afternoon brain drill, and dinner with roasted beets or sweet potato. Now for a practical training exercise you can do at home with common objects that targets attention and working memory. You will need 3 small objects, such as a spoon, a key, and a coin, a cup, and a timer. Place the objects on a table. Name them out loud slowly. Then cover them with the cup for 30 seconds while you look away and take 3 deep breaths. Remove the cup and try to recall the objects and their position. Do 4 trials, increasing delay to 60 seconds on the last 2 trials. Variant for more challenge. Add a simple arithmetic step between trials. For example, count backward by 3s from 100 for 15 seconds. "This feels silly," Linda says as she tries the exercise with her father. "Silly helps," I reply. "It reduces pressure and often helps performance." "I remembered 2 out of 3 then, all 3, Robert reports, and I answer, "That improvement across trials is exactly the training effect we want. Repeat daily and track changes." The tactile feel of the coin, the cool weight of the key, and the metallic clink when placed back are sensory anchors that support recall. Do this 5 days a week and note small gains rather than expecting overnight transformation. A brief backstory that helps explain why I care. My grandmother Rosa began forgetting small names and places in her early 70s. It was subtle at first and then more regular, and we tried many approaches. Modest dietary shifts and sensory-anchored exercises reduced the frequency of blank moments and restored confidence in small daily tasks. That history taught me to focus on practical tools families can use immediately and safely, not on miracle cures. A moment of tension that many of us have felt is seeing someone close suddenly confused and not knowing how to help. It can feel like a rush of fear and helplessness, a physical tightness in the doorway. Chest, cold hands, and time moving too fast. In those moments, taking a simple step like preparing a nourishing plate, guiding a gentle acupressure routine, and doing a short memory exercise can reduce anxiety and create a pathway back to useful function and connection. To recap, the 5 vegetables to prioritize for supportive brain health are leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, beets, sweet potatoes, and allium vegetables, each for their folate, sulforaphane, nitrates, beta-carotene, and sulfur compounds respectively. Practice the acupressure points for about 2 minutes per side before a meal. Include these vegetables in simple portions several times a week. Follow daily habits of sleep, hydration, and light activity, and do the object memory drill 5 days a week. If you notice sudden or rapidly worsening memory loss, new disorientation, or changes in speech or mobility, seek medical evaluation promptly. If you tried the first point and felt anything, leave a short comment now saying which point you tried and one word about how you felt. For example, skull point, calm, or wrist point, tingly. Your quick note helps others and helps me tailor future videos for people like Aisha, Miguel, Sarah, John, Maria, Linda, Robert, and Dr. Patel, who are part of this community and share real experiences. If this video gave you hope or practical steps, subscribe to see more evidence-informed routines for concentration, sleep, and gentle cognitive support. Many viewers who adopted these habits report clearer thinking and more confidence in daily tasks after a few weeks, though results vary and nothing replaces professional care when needed. Remember the simple, actionable steps for the next 24 hours. Press the acupressure points for 2 minutes total per side, add one of the listed vegetables to 2 meals, hydrate, and take a 20-minute walk, and complete the memory object drill once today. If you try this, tell us in the comments what you ate and what you felt, and subscribe so we can keep making practical routines for memory and self-care. Small daily practices add up, and caring for the brain is caring for the whole person. So start today to protect the moments that matter most.